Hi, my name is Atif and welcome to 23rd part of Real Estate App Development series. In this part, we will show the properties based on location. So, let's start by opening the project in Android Studio. We will pick the location from the map and then show the properties near to that location. Open the fragment home.xml files. First of all, we need to add the UI in the toolbar. After the edit text, we will create our divider, horizontal divider, material divider. Width will be 1 dp and height will be match parent. After defining the width and height, we need to set the margin vertical, that will be 5 dp. We also need to set the margin from the end, that will be 8 dp. After setting the margin from end, we also need to define the divider color using the property divider color. The color is available in colors.xml file with name color gray02. Now we will add a text view with width and height wrap content. ID of this text view will be city text view. When user click this text view, we will open the location picker activity to pick the location. Now we are applying a style to this text view that is available as a part of Material 3 theme with name label small. After that, we will set the text to this text view, that will be choose location. When user click this text view, it will open the location picker activity. Now we need to show an icon to the end of this text view that is available in tribal folder with name next gray. Now we need to set the color of the icon for this text view, that will be color primary, which is available in colors.xml file. To place the content of this text view in center vertical, we have used the property gravity with value center vertical. We also need to set the margin from end, that will be 8 dp. We also need to apply a weight to the edit text, that will be 1. Okay, now the UI for the location picker is now completed. Now we will open the home fragment class. In on view created function, we will add click listener binding dot city text view dot set on click listener. Inside this click listener, we need to create an intent to launch the location picker activity. We also need to handle the result of location pick. For that, we need to create the activity result launcher. Private value, name it as location picker activity result, which will be of type activity result launcher. Type will be intent equal to register for activity result. As a first parameter, we need to pass activity result contracts dot start activity for result. This activity result launcher contains a parameter result which is of type activity result. This contains the details of the location we have picked using location picker activity. To check if user has picked the location or not, we need to create a condition if result dot result code equal to activity dot result. Okay, this condition will be called when user has picked the location using location picker activity. In that case, we will show a message to logcat using log.d. As a first parameter, we have passed the tag, and as a second parameter, we have passed the message that we want to show. That will include result. Okay, value data equal to result.data. This contains the location details that we have picked from location picker activity. We also need to create a condition to check if data not equal to null. If data not equal to null, this condition will be called if data contains the data that we have picked from location picker activity. In that case, we will show the details in the logcat using log.d. First parameter is the tag which we have defined in class level. And as a second parameter, we will show the message, and the message will be location picked. So far, we have created location picker activity result. Now we need to call it using the intent value. Intent equal to intent. As a first parameter, pass the context, and as a second parameter, we have passed the location picker activity. Location picker activity result dot launch. Pass the intent as parameter. Now we need to save the location details in the variables. For that, we will create variables in the class level so we can access them in whole class. Let's start by saving the latitude of the property. Private variable. Name of the variable will be current latitude. Initial value will be 0.0. Similarly, we will create another variable of type double. Private variable current longitude. Initial value will be 0.0. After that, we have created another variable of type string. Name of the variable will be current address and initial value will be empty string. Later on, we will save the address of the property. Let's create another variable to save the city. Private variable. Name will be current city and initial value will be empty string. Now the next step is to save the location details into those variables. Open the location picker activity. We will copy the key names from there to prevent the spelling mistakes. Right click on the location picker activity and click the split right option. Now we will start saving the location details into those variables starting from the latitude. Current latitude equal to data dot get double extra, pass the key name that is latitude. Just copy it from the location picker activity and paste as a key name. Default value will be 0.0. Similarly, we will get the longitude of the property. Current longitude equal to data dot get double extra. Key name will be longitude. Copy it from the location picker activity and paste it here and pass the default value 0.0. Next step is to get the address of the property. Current address equal to data dot get string extra. Key name will be address and the default value will be empty string. Now we will get the city of the property using current city equal to data dot get string extra, pass the key name that is city. In case of null, we will use the default value empty string. So far, we have picked the location from the location picker activity. We also need to save it to the shared preferences. So when user come to the home fragment again, this will get the location details from the shared preferences. This way, user will not have to pick the location every time. We have defined the shared preferences in class level. Private, late init variable, name will be location sp, type will be shared preferences. We will initialize it in the onView created function. Location sp equal to mcontext dot get shared preferences. As a first parameter, we need to pass the name of the shared preferences. That will be location sp. As a second parameter, we need to pass the mode of the shared preferences. That will be context dot mode private. Now the next step is to save the location details in the location shared preferences. For that, we need to use location sp.edit. Inside that, we will save the location details one by one. So let's start by saving the latitude of the property. Since we can't put the double value in the shared preferences, so we will put float. Put float. As a first parameter, we need to pass the key name that will be current latitude. And as a second parameter, we need to pass the latitude of the property, which is of type double. So we have converted it to float using current latitude dot to float. Similarly, we will put the longitude of the property using put float. As a key name, we will use current longitude. As a second parameter, we will pass current longitude dot to float. After that, we will save the address of the property, put float, key name will be current address, and as a second parameter, we will pass current address. Since current address is of type string, so we will use put string instead of put float. Okay, now we also need to save the city of the property. So key name will be current city, and as a value we will pass current city, which is also of type string. This way we have saved the location details in the shared preferences. Now we are going to set the city to the city text view using binding.city text view dot text equal to current city. After that, we have called the function load properties to start loading the properties again according to the selected location. Now, in onView created function after the initialization of location SP, we will get the location details from the location shared preferences. Current latitude equal to location SP dot get float. As a key name, we will pass current latitude. Make sure to use the same key name as we have used while saving the latitude. As a second parameter, we will pass the default value 0.0 f. We need to convert it to double because the value we got from location SP is of type float. Similarly, we will get the longitude of the property from the shared preferences. Current longitude equal to location sp.getFloat. Key name will be current longitude. And now we will get the address of the property from the location sp. Current address equal to location sp.getString. Key name will be current address. As a second parameter, we need to pass the default value that will be empty string, and we don't need to convert it to double since it is already of type string, but we need to use the default value in case of null, and that will be empty string. Okay, in the last we need to get the city. Current city equal to location sp dot get string. The key name will be current city and default value will be empty string, and in case of null the default value will be empty string. So whenever user come to this fragment, it will get the location details from the location sp. We need to create a condition here to check if user has saved the location or not based on city. If current city dot is null or empty, put the not symbol in the start, so it will become not current city dot is null or empty. This condition will be called if user has saved the location in the location sp. In that case, we will set the city of the property to city text view. Now open the myUtils class. We will create a function that will be used to calculate the distance between two locations. But before doing that, we need to define a constant that will contain the distance in kilometer, under which we will show the properties. Constant value, name of the constant will be max distance to load properties kilometer. I am using the value 10, so it will show properties within the 10 kilometers. The next step is to create the function that will be used to calculate the distance between two locations. For example, the location of the current user and the location of the property. Function name of the function will be calculate distance kilometer. This function will require four parameters. First parameter will be of name current latitude with type double. Second parameter will be of name current longitude with type double. Name of the third parameter will be property latitude, and fourth parameter will be property longitude. All of these parameters will be of type double. Now we need to create an instance of the location value, name it as start point equal to location. Inside that we will pass the location manager dot network provider. You may use other provider because we will set the latitude and longitude manually. So let's do it. Start point dot latitude equal to current latitude. Similarly, start point dot longitude equal to current longitude. Now we need to create another instance of the location value. Name it as endpoint equal to location. Pass the location manager dot network provider. Now we will set the latitude of the property endpoint dot latitude equal to property latitude, and in the last we need to set longitude of the property endpoint dot longitude equal to property longitude. Now the next step is to calculate the distance between these two locations. For that we will create another variable that will hold the distance in meters. Value distance meters equal to start point dot distance to pass the endpoint. This is the distance in the meters. We need to convert it to kilometers. So we will create another variable value, name it as distance km. This will contain the distance in the kilometers. For that we need to divide the distance in meters by 1000. After that we will return the value of distance kilometer. We also need to define the return type of this function, that will be double. This way we have created a function that calculates the distance between two locations in kilometer. Now open the home fragment again. We will add the filter to filter the properties based on distance. So it will show only those properties which are in the 10 kilometers. Now we will get the latitude and longitude of the property. For that we will create a new variable value, name it as property latitude equal to model property dot latitude. In case of null, the default value will be 0, 0.0. Similarly, we will create another variable to hold the longitude of the property model property dot longitude, and in case of null the default value will be 0, 0.0. Now we will get the distance value distance kilometer equal to myutils dot calculate distance kilometer. As a first parameter we need to pass the latitude of the user, second parameter will be longitude of the user, third parameter will be latitude of the property, fourth parameter will be longitude of the property. After that we will create a condition, but before doing that we will print the distance kilometer in the logcat. First parameter is the tag and the second parameter is the message we want to show in logcat, including the distance in kilometer. Now we need to create a condition if distance kilometer less than equal to myutils dot max distance to load properties kilometer, which is the constant we have created in myutils class containing the value 10 kilometer. And we have moved the code property arraylist dot add model property in that condition. So it will show only those properties which are within the 10 kilometers. Our code is now completed. Run the app in an emulator or in real device, and also paste the tag in logcat so it will show only those logs which are printed using this tag. Now click the choose location option. It will start the location picker activity. Choose the location and click done button. It will set the city of the selected location to the city text view, and you will notice that it will show only those properties which are within the 10 kilometers. Now change the location again to another point. After changing the location, you will click the done button, and that time this will show only those properties which are within the 10 kilometers of the selected location. Okay, enough for now. We will continue from here in next part.